Hitter for Hunter coming up to the plate is the DA. Zach Burdett, I believe, is out and left. Tad Sulcer out in center field. And a new shortstop.
Ashton Gurney. Tyler, I'm trying to get a sense of this too.
Yeah, maybe Ashton. It's number 9. Yeah. Gotta pull out my roster. Comes back to strike, so 3-1 now the count here to Barker. And there's the first base runner. As a walk by Blake Sweat. 16-0 the score here in the bottom of the third. It was misting. Now we actually have some rain coming down on us.
Yeah, it's a little cold. It's a little miserable here, Tyler. It's getting a little chilly over here. Much cooler than it probably looks. Here, just got that nice brisk wind. There's a pretty good wind that's coming through here today, Tyler, with a little moisture and 50-degree weather. It's a little chilly. And you're seeing effects sometimes when you have to sit for a little bit in the dugout in cold weather. So that's starting to miss a little bit. Ball's elevating. They've got a little bit stiff there in the dugout. Wasn't throwing that many pitches. That puts him at 35, Tyler.
First time we've seen him out of the stretch, but it's another ball. Make it ball 2. So 2-0 the count. 6 out of 7 pitches balls here to start off the third inning. No action in the bullpen for Wasatch. 2-0 count here. Batter in the box is the left fielder Ortiz. 2-0 pitch. That was it. 2-1. Ty, you know, if you don't know, there's a couple things you've learned about me on the radio. I don't know music, and I absolutely hate the cold. So this is not a pleasant experience. 2-1 to count. We're going to have a strike for 2-2.
We're going to have to toughen you up here a little bit, Tyler. Wasatch leading 16-0. We got to enjoy this one here. This has been a pretty good game. And you got 2 feet of snow back at home. So enjoy it. Just think about that 2 feet of snow over here. If you are just joining us, it's been a great opening game for Wasatch. They're leading 16-0 over Hunter High School. And we're only in the bottom of the third inning right now. Blake Sweat, starting pitchers, look really good. And pretty much any batter you can think of for Wasatch so far today has had a nice day at the plate, Tyler. Wasatch having hits up and down the lineup. Every starter has a hit in the game right now for the Wasps, and they are out to a good start in the 2023 season.
Full count here to Ortiz with the runner on first for Hunter. First base runner of the game coming here in the bottom of the third. Blake, an extra long pause. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. Make it 6 strikeouts. He went off speed on the full count pitch. And that's the first out of the inning. Another strikeout brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine.
Tyler, as a pitching coach, Coach Watkins has to be just absolutely thrilled for a couple reasons. Sweat already striking out 6 out of 7 outs. That's a good day on the mound for Blake, obviously. But having a runner on first base is something that you want to see as a coach in the first game is, hey, how does this guy handle from the stretch? How does he handle different situations with runners? Sweat only a sophomore. The more experiences you can get him in, the better off you're going to be later on in the season. So these are good innings. This is important innings. Even though Wasatch is up 16-0 in this one, you're going to get different experiences. There, Hunter bringing up their number 9 hitter, flash the bunt. You know, you got to run on first, and now your defense has to move around, see how you're going to field and approach the different scenarios. All valuable experience here for the team.
It was a ball, so 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch swung on way behind that fastball. 1-1 now the count. 1 out, 16-0. Wasatch leading here in the bottom of the third. Wasatch with the doubleheader will have the game 2 here as well. That will be against the rivals from up north, Park City High School. 1-1, the pitch. That one too far up. 2-1 now the count. Yeah, former Wasatch great head coach, Coach Scholl, would not be happy with Blake Sweat out here with no sleeves on tie in this one.
That was his rule, right? You better have sleeves if you're a pitcher, if it's under 70 degrees.
2-1 the count, 1 out. Sweat comes set, takes a peek at the runner at first, takes another peek, delivers the 2-1. That's another curveball in there. Strike 2, 2-2 the count. That's been the positive for me, Ty, is that curveball's been good for Blake in this ball game. Action is happening in the bullpen.
with Bridger Shaw getting loose over there, Tyler, in the bullpen.
2-2, tries to go fastball. He's had a hard time locating the fastball in this inning. It's going to be another ball high and outside. Brings up a full count.
Bridger Shaw getting loose, young brother of senior Tragan Shaw, Tyler, sophomore out of
going to SU to play football, but very easily could have played baseball as well. Chett Wilson going to Slick, Tragan Shaw going to CEU, and Kolden Hafen going to Lane Community College. But a lot of underclassmen as well on this team. A couple of sophomores in the lineup, a couple of juniors. Bright future here for Wasatch. That ball just misses outside. Second walk of the inning, and Hunter has 2 runners on base.
Yeah, and back to the top of the lineup for the first time for Hunter. Going to have a little more speed here. As Altorre comes up. Altorre, the starting shortstop here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, was one of the returners from last year's Hunters team. Didn't have a lot of returning players. Was one of the starters, over 300. And like you said, Ty, this is an opportunity to work on some defensive things. If you're the Wasatch Wasps, I haven't had any base runners. It's been really easy. Slash attempt here from Altorre, and it's in there for strike one if he does not make it off of that.
Ty, still don't have an answer on our trivia question. We can go ahead and give the answer here for our listeners. Last time Wasatch played Hunter, starting pitcher Noah Turley struck out 18 out of 20 outs and had a no-hitter, but because of pitch count rules, had to be taken out with 1 out to go. He reached his maximum number because he also walked a lot of guys in that game. But he had hit 93 on the radar. Hunter was having a hard time keeping up with him. 18 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings. And that was a pretty good outing for Wasatch against Hunter that day.
And currently playing at Oklahoma State University. Gives an opportunity to give us a little bit of a shout out for our loss on campus. Jack Blue playing at Solid Community College, playing second base and batting leadoff for the Bruins. Jackson Bolander and Jackson Kelson both up at Lane Community College. Jackson Bolander having himself a great start of the year, a win and 2 saves. And if you look at the Lane scores tie, it's not an automatic win every time for Lane Community College. So the fact that they're going to Jackson Bolander,
they use him when they need a win. Yeah, they use him when they need a win, Tyler. He's their
freshman. That's awesome.
He's their most trusted guy out of the bullpen, it looks like, early on. And it's not surprising to those that have followed Jackson throughout his high school career.
Jackson Kelson another strikeout, and the ball was in the dirt, but the base was occupied, so the runner's automatically out, but the runner is going to try to take third, does take third, and I think that ball popped up and got him.
I think he got him right in the face. Yeah, that hurts, Tyler. You're over here whining about the cold a little bit, but you're not getting hit in the face with the ball in the cold like that. That one, he's going to need a minute trying to walk it off.
Another strikeout.
Barker, by the way, over there on third base for Hunter. Barker, the one that got hit.
Couple of other Wasps on campus, Ty. The Stocking brothers, Kelson and Chandler, both playing down at Alabama A&M. Chandler starting shortstop there for Alabama. Kelson, a freshman. I don't think he's seen the field yet. I got to check on that one in between games, see if he's seen the field yet.
No, they like those Stocking boys down there, though, Tyler. Chandler starting shortstop. Got a chance to go play at Tennessee the other day. Over those, they headed to play the Volunteers, top-tier program there in the SEC. So, yeah, a lot of these...
Coach got suspended right after that game. I don't know if you saw that. Some recruiting violations, which I
for Tennessee, I didn't see that.
I didn't even think that was a thing anymore with NIL. Like, I just figured there wasn't any...
Yeah, with NIL, you got to be doing something really bad over here, Tyler, if you're getting recruiting violations at that point. It's fun to see these guys, though, scatter kind of all over the country. You know, got some former Wasatch players playing in Alabama and Oklahoma, up in Oregon. They're just kind of all over the place here, Tyler.
Runner goes on a slip first and third situation. Ooh, pretty good throw there from Hafen. But the umpire disagrees as the runner is in there safe. Second and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, Wasatch, nice first to third defense, Tyler. They flashed the middle infielder coming in between the pitcher and second base to hold that runner on third from going, but then they let the ball go through where the other middle infielder, who's at second base, is waiting, trying to put the tag on, but it's a little bit slower developing and allowed the stolen base to happen.
1-1 the count. Fastball outside, moves count 2-2-1. 2 outs, still no score for the Wolverines. Wasatch put 16 on the board, scoring in every inning so far. Nice curveball there for strike 2. Moves down to 2-2.
Really like the way that curveball looks for Blake today, Tyler. He changes speed really well. Again, Sweat probably going to sit anywhere between 82 and 86 this year, depending on how he's going with his fastball. And that breaking pitch comes in the low 70s and bites hard, makes it really hard for the hitters.
Another strikeout, make them 8 straight outs by strikeout for Blake Sweat. 8 out of the 9 outs for the sophomore coming by Kay. Wasatch leads 16-0 on no runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base.
Well, folks, spring is near, but have no fear. Country Gardens and Nursery is here for your everyday garden supplies, decor, and more. From our personal gardener to our new bulk yard. What we have in store. Country Gardens and Nursery, 1401 South, US 189. We'll see you soon and hope to put you in bloom.
Are you ready for lunch? The Dairy King, home of the trade, is serving the best dinner with friends and family in the Valley, and they're the winner of Best of State for 18 years. They've recently been officially named Best of Utah for their milkshakes, and you've just got to try their delicious cream burger with the Warrior steak. They also have those county salads that just hit the spot. They've been proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. That's the Dairy King, home of the trade, serving deliciousness daily. So stop in today. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the 4th, brought to you by Country Garden and Nursery, your only one-stop shop for everything garden and yard related in the Heber Valley. Stop in for their indoor plant shop and their plant of the month. And I think it's going to be gone. Like, I think the snow is going to melt at one point, and so you might as well start stopping over there at Country Garden and Nursery, get maybe some advice. Great experts over there. I mentioned last year I went over, we were redoing my grandmother's yard, and I was sent over with a list of plants, and I'd never heard of these plants, but they did. They knew exactly where each of these plants were, and I was the hero for getting up.
Of the community as well. Been proud supporters of Wasatch High School athletics for several years now, and a good chance for you to return the support back to them if you have any yard care needs. Wasatch leading big in this one. If you're just joining us, first game of the season for the baseball team. They're in front 16-0 over Hunter High School, and looking really, really good right now. Blake Sweat, the sophomore, got a start for Wasatch in this game. And all the hitters who have stepped in the box got a nice day, Tyler. Specifically, Chett Wilson stepping in the box right now, got things going with a couple RBIs in his first at bat, had the bases loaded, hit a double off the wall to get a couple RBIs. Ended up scoring on an error on an old-fashioned kind of little league inside the park home run for Chett, but he's the one that got it going. Chett signed early this year, Tyler, to go play at Salt Lake Community College. We'll hear a lot from him this year as he steps into the box over and over and over again. Hit balls all over the field.
Third pitcher of the day here for the Wolverines. Chett, as you said, Ty, on the day, currently sitting at 1 for 2 with 4 RBIs, a walk, and has reached every time he's been up to the plate. He walked, he reached on an error, and then had a single off the wall in his first at bat the other way. Pitching out of the stretch has the 0-1. Go foul, but would have been gone had it stayed fair. 0-2 the count. Chett showing the power the opposite way. He went off the left field wall for that first at bat, and then show some power the opposite way on that one as well.
Yeah, Todd, not just the opposite way, but opposite way, cold weather, slow throwing pitcher in here, not a lot of velocity coming in. It's not easy to hit a ball out opposite way given any conditions, but these conditions are working against him especially. The ball doesn't fly as well in the cold weather. Chett's showing some good power.
Wind is blowing out to left field. You want to know how I know that, Ty? Because I'm trying to block the wind for myself. 1-2 pitch is low and outside. So 1-2 now to count. Nobody out. Leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th inning. Wasatch leads 16-0. Again, the pitch is too far outside, moves the count to 2-2.
So Ty, thinking about 5A this year, who are some of the top teams on your mind that you're looking at.
Lehigh looks good coming back again. Ty coming off their state championship last year. This ball goes off of the pitcher. That's a single, and it's going to go to shallow right field. And Chett probably could have reached second on that one. But the youngster who's on the mound takes a bullet off of the right leg. This is going to be a pause in the action. And you hate to see that if you're the Hunter coach. You're already low in numbers, and you got a youngster out there. And that ball's probably 90 plus coming off the bat.
Yeah, he squared it up perfect, Tyler. Hit him right on the lower leg where you don't have a lot of meat. We're probably going to need a minute. Let's take a really quick Middle Lake Station injury timeout.
Barbecue in Beaver Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger lifted ribs, poppin' and doing sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates make that significant 140 smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome. Quick service for dine-in or takeout. Great quality food and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
You might be used to having someone answer the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want? Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City. Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Good mortgage companies and equal housing lender. MLS 7274. All loans are subject to kind of letter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Heber City Point Test is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed. Conveniently located. Free shuttle service and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 that we sent you over. That's Heber City Point S. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Welcome back. Coming off of the injury timeout, Chett Wilson goes about 90 plus off the bat, and it showed how hard that ball was hit. Ty, that went off of the lower leg of the pitcher and ricocheted all the way into right field. Chett also really could have had a double on it, but man, that ball was smoked. He is on the mound and looks like he's going to be okay. Leadoff runner on is Chett Wilson, and we have now Ashton Gurney on. Junior. Remember, Ashton Gurney threw those extra innings against Cottonwood that got Wasatch to UVU last year into the bracket play. We'll probably see him on the mound sometime this week, but also really good in the box and is playing short right now for the Wasps.
Yeah, Ashton comes from a long line of brothers that have played baseball at Wasatch, and he's got a lot of talent and ability, Tyler. He gets hit by a pitch there. That game he came in against Cottonwood, Wasatch was just kind of spent pitching. He had been dealing with some injuries himself throughout the course of the season, and as a sophomore, hadn't had a chance to throw it all in the varsity game, and they brought him in the most important clutch moment of their season, and he delivered. He's a gamer, Tyler. When you put him out there in tough situations, he's shown that he's got the ability to deliver.
It's going to bring him now senior Gage Sheesh, the closer last year for Wasatch. Had a great year on the mound as a junior. Now steps in the box and gets his first at-bat. Had one at-bat last year for Wasatch in limited role in the box. Takes strike one. Runners on first and second after the hit by pitch. Swings and misses at strike two. So 0-2 now the count.
Gage is going to be one of the starting pitchers this weekend, Tyler, and he really earned his relief spot last year. Wasatch was hunting early on in the year for a guy that could step up and close out games, and Gage ended up turning into that guy.
0-2, swung on to center field. It's deep enough that Chett's going to try to tag from second, and he will tag, and he'll get over to third base. Gurney will advance to second on the bad throw over to third base. So runners on second and third. as Gage will fly out. Good barrel there from Gage, the center fielder. One out, runners on second and third now, as Bridger Shaw comes up into the box. Bridger Shaw, only a sophomore, hits on the right-hand side. Older brother Tragan again committed to go play at the College of Eastern Utah. Bridger steps in the box, second and third. One out. The pitch. Up, but they gets a strike call, so 0-1 the count.
Bridger, a sophomore here, Tyler. He's younger brother of Tragan, as you pointed out. He's had a cool experience as a younger player, had a chance to go back and play in the Little League World Series back east.
Swing and a miss there, moves the count to 0-2. Nice compact swing. First time I've seen Bridger play, Ty, but that's a good swing right there. Just pulled the head a little bit.
And that's what I was going to bring up, Tyler. He's a bit more of a power hitter than his older brother Tragan has been. At that Little League World Series, he had a home run that he was able to put out the park there. Not going to get one here.
Ground out the shortstop, but it will bring in a run, so he will get the RBI, his first RBI of his high school career. Moves the score to 17-0 as Wasatch continues to score each inning. Bridger was hitting for Landon Carter there. Now I'll bring up Kolden Hafen, who's catching today. Has one single on a line drive up the middle that center fielder nearly came up and made the play on. Runner on third, 2 outs. Runner is Gurney. And that ball's going to go behind Hafen. Good play though from the catcher to keep Gurney at third base.
Always makes you feel good as a batter, right? When the first one comes behind you, you feel nice and comfortable in the box.
Luckily, this is only coming, what would you say, Ty? High 60s, low 70s?
Yeah, he's probably maxing out in the low 70s, Tyler, but I don't care who you are. No one ever likes getting hit with a baseball, do they?
Hafen with another single. It's going to get by the left fielder, so another RBI here from Hafen. Hafen thinks about going to second, but he'll stay at first base. Second hit of the game for the sophomore Hafen, as both sophomores, they got the starts today, both Hafen and Landon Carter, showing their role.
Well, and don't forget about Blake Sweat, the sophomore on the mound, Tyler. Sophomores have really delivered today for this Wasatch team, as have the seniors and juniors as well that have played. But you always wonder how the young guys adjust to a different speed of the game. Well, they'll look just fine out here today.
It's going to bring up Walker, who comes up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a couple of walks. He'll take ball 1 in his first pitch. His single went to the left field side for an RBI between the shortstop and third baseman. 0-1 the quick count. Hafen going to run. And that one's outside as well. 2-0 the count. Wasatch will have a doubleheader. We'll have that one here as well on 94.5 Peak. That will be against the rivals from up north, Park City High School. They come in 1-1, got beat by Orem, and then beat Desert Hills last night. Walker gets hold of this one, Ty. This one's deep to center field. Center fielder going back, warning track, and makes the catch. Nice play by the center fielder. Walker,
Tyler, he mashed that ball. That ball was absolutely destroyed there. Kept carrying. I think Walker felt like he might have got all of it coming out of the box. Again, a little colder, the ball doesn't carry as much, but that's a little bit deeper there to center. He hits that to any other part of the park, he may have himself a touch him all home run.
Wasatch able to score 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 left on base. It's 18-0 as we go into the bottom of the 4th.
UCCU was offering savings certificates with an incredibly high APY of up to 4% and a variety of term options to match your specific needs. This is an incredible opportunity for people who want to build their savings. With a UCCU savings certificate, you simply make one deposit and then let your money grow and grow and grow with a fixed rate of return that's much higher than a standard savings account. Visit uccu.com to learn more or get a savings certificate today. UCCU, love where you pay.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City. Stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items from heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Sluga at Wasatch Bank Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey, Hurst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Bag Flooring and Paints. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Gravity Coalition Midway Utah, gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shot.
Some defensive subs here. Tyler Bridger-Shaw is going to come in to pitch for Wasatch, bottom of the fourth inning. Shaw is another sophomore. Already has an RBI in the game, ground out last inning. But these sophomores have got the job done. Tyler Bridger-Shaw is going to come in, throw. Blake Sweat got the start. And really did a good job here for the Wasps in his start. Landon Carter performing very well as a sophomore as well. Who's the only one I'm missing, Tyler? I'm missing another sophomore out here. Who's
Hafen, Carter, and Sweat are the three that got starts.
These young guys look good. Bridger's got a chance to kind of put his stamp on this one as well right now. Number 12.
In there for strike one in his first pitch. So in Blake Sweat's outing, no hits, right? No hits for the sophomore. Ends up with 8 strikeouts out of 9 outs and gave up 2 walks. That ball's low, 1-1 now the count.
Yeah, Ty only faced 11 batters, struck out 8 of them. And out of his pitch count, through 56 pitches, 32 were strikes. Last inning was a little bit tougher for Blake. His numbers probably would have been much better. Last inning he had a couple walks that kind of skewed those numbers a little bit. Sweat was good. Breaking pitch looked especially good.
This ball swung on. It's going to be a ground ball back to Shaw. Shaw fields it clean, throws it to Gage, and we have one out here in the top of the fourth. I can see these sophomores come in and fill up the zone, Ty. And again, this is a good opportunity as a staff. You're looking for opportunities to have guys feel success and get success early on. You got a big lead, 18-0. Let's throw the young arms, right? Let's throw the young arms, not a lot of pressure, get them used to the high school varsity situation. Great moves here from the coaching staff.
Yeah, so much of high school athletics can be just momentum and confidence, Tyler. You can see ability out here from all these guys, but you've got to get them to believe that they can do it as well. And you're spot on. Coach Jacobson, that was one of the things he did incredibly well last year, is find spots to get success for his guys. Ty, you're going to get a souvenir here on that foul ball coming right down on top of you.
Should I keep it?
You better go get that. Yeah, why don't you go grab that ball over here. But the coaches here have done a good job of trying to find a place where they can pick their moments, pick their spots to get guys out there to experience and taste that success. But you boys want to keep that headset off and go get those over there, Tyler. You need to move. You've been complaining about how cold it is here the whole time anyway. Let's get you moving.
Well, you know what I need? I need some Tony's Tacos is what I need, Ty, to warm me up. Either burrito, tacos, chili rellenos, whatever they got.
That's true. They've got some good hot sauces over there. Make you sweat a little bit there, Tyler. Get you nice and heated up. There's not a lot of places better. If you're looking for some good, authentic Mexican food, Tony's Tacos is hard to beat there in Heber City. Tyler, they've been open since 2001. Proud supporters of Wasatch High School Athletics here in 94.5 The Peak. And they've got a little something for everyone. I in particular like the steak, the carne asada burrito that they do. A lot of people love just their simple street tacos that they do. Just get some meat, good tortilla, some cilantro, onion.
What do we at, Ty, on the count? I had to go get that foul ball.
Well, I was trying to pick up the slack while you were running around over here, Tyler. I got him at 2-2, but it may be 3-2. I might have missed it.
I think we're full. Full count here, the payoff pitch. Too far outside, and that's the third walk of the game here for the Wasps.
Well, it's missing close. Bridges around the zone there. Looks good. He's got some good velocity, too, Tyler, for only a sophomore coming up there, throwing well. It's interesting how Desert Hills is using their mound in this one. If you notice, they've got a turf there on the mound, where the pitcher is striding down the mound. Not normal. But in tournaments like this where you have guys just constantly on it over and over and over again, it can really beat up the field, especially the pitcher's mound. And so while the field is a natural grass dirt field, they've got a little strip of green turf that's going down the mound that these pitchers are throwing off of. Shouldn't be unusual for Wasatch, though, as their entire field is turf. They're on the infield and they throw off the turf often.
You can bring up Malin. The catcher. Slash situation here. Swings at a pitch in the dirt and misses. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Runner on. Wasatch leading 18-0 in the top of the fourth inning. Bridger Shaw, the sophomore, on the mound for the Wasps. Bridger sets, delivers, another off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back swings and misses. And Bridger has the 0-2 early lead here on Nayland. Shaw comes set, takes a peek at the runner at first. The pitch gets the outside corner. First strikeout of his career for Bridger Shaw. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Nice sequence there, tied back-to-back off speeds and then went fastball on the outside corner. Throws the hitter and gets the strikeout. Now brings up the designated hitter Barker. Barker was the one who broke up the perfect game. In the bottom half of the third inning, he comes up here in the bottom of the fourth and takes ball 1.
If you're just joining us, Wasatch leading big, 18-0 over Hunter High School in this one right now. And they've hit the ball all over the field, Tyler. A lot of extra base hits in this one. Every starter has a hit in the ball game. Sophomore Blake Swept struck out 8 in 3 innings. Wasatch has been very dominant in this one, leading 18-0, bottom of the fourth inning.
3-0 is Bridger. Barker must have maybe slipped a couple of 20s over there in that dugout. Didn't see many pitches. He's getting a lot of walks here. He's in the one there.
So I put runners on second and first. Wasatch leading big right now, but they'd like to preserve that shutout if they can.
First and second is going to bring up number 7. This is actually a new hitter. Usually this was Ortiz that usually sitting in this spot.
This is Barker, Tyler. Yeah, Barker's.
Sorry, Harding. So Barker was the one who broke up the perfect game with the walk in the bottom of the third. So first and second, 2 outs. Bridger comes set, delivers, tries to go with that off-speed pitch, does get the off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Wasatch leading. Soccer got their first win of the season in their opening game against Bingham High School, 3-1. Mark Carrillo with a goal, and Gilberto Vargas gets off his great year with the 2 goals in their opening win. Good start of the year for Jared Henry. The lacrosse team was supposed to have their first game yesterday, but that got snowed out, so they will have their first game on Monday. And there's another swing and a miss as Bridger Shaw with 2 Ks, as Wasatch now with 10 out of the 12 outs coming by K. Bridger Shaw, no runs on no hits, no errors. 2 are left on base. Wasatch still leads 18-0 to go into the round.
Jeff Jones with the Wasatch County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the Investigations Unit as a school resource officer and detective. Having a strong bond makes it easier to talk to your kids about the hard things like underage drinking and drug use. Here's some tips for creating strong family bonds. Having fun together, spend 15 minutes of one-on-one time each day, eat meals together 5 to 7 times a week. Brought to you by the County Community Coalition and Wasatch Behavioral Health.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Tie and Tie.
Top of the fifth brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Tom Stone and Guild Mortgage and his team will help you find the perfect mortgage that fits your situation. It will be painless and easy.
Ty, I want to take a minute to give you just a Gordon Law Group stat update if you're just joining us here, and it has been a good day for Wasatch. 15 hits on the game already, and we're only through 4 innings. Out of those 15 hits, 9 have been singles. They have 5 doubles on the game and a triple. Your triple was Tragan Shaw, who ripped that triple. Landon Carter, the sophomore, with 2 doubles in his first 2 at-bats here for Wasatch. Another move in, Max Walker with a double as well in this game. Crew Erickson started the game off with a double off the wall, and Chett Wilson also had a double in this one as well, Tyler. All 9 starters for Wasatch in the lineup have a hit on the game as well. Not to mention your 2 sophomores that have pitched so far, out of the first 12 outs, 10 strikeouts, 8 with Blake Sweat, who pitched 3 innings. Bridger Shaw coming in and pitching the 4th inning, got 2 out of the 3 outs by way of strikeout. So both the pitching and the bats look really good for Wasatch early on in this one, and Wasatch is leading big, 18-0 over Hunter High School right now. Does look like we're going to have another pitching change for Hunter. as they're just trying to fill outs right now, Tyler. They need 3 more. Wasatch should be able to get the 10-run win in this one, leading 18. But Hunter, as the home team, will have a chance to come to the plate in the bottom of this inning. No matter what happens with Wasatch in the top, Hunter will be batting in the bottom of the 5th. And barring some kind of absolute strange disaster where Wasatch gives up double-digit runs, Wasatch should be able to get this win in the mercy run rule in the bottom of the 5th inning here.
It's going to be Tad Sulser, Zach Burdett, and then new player. I got to take a look at my roster here. Will be hitting in the 3 spot. That will be Bo Jones will be hitting in the 3 spot. Tad, this is his second at-bat of the day, hitting in that leadoff spot for Drew Erickson. He walked in his first at-bat. Is currently playing center field for the Wasps. The senior will take pitch up in the zone for ball 1. 1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Moves the count to 2-0. Can't blame that one on you, Ty. That's my paper that just blew away. Thought I had it secured.
Yeah, Ty, maybe give a look for the listeners at home that aren't here, seeing and experiencing this one. It's nice to not have snow around. It's good down here. The field looks good. It's in really good condition. It's windy, though. It's overcast. It's been kind of on and off with light sprinkle showers down here. And our equipment up here is really interesting. You're trying to cover with 2 jackets, umbrellas, the wind's blowing stuff all over the place over here. So every once in a while, one of us just disappears because we're off chasing papers that are flying away over here, or the foul balls that you've had a chance to go and get after. We're really rusty here in the first game. We're going to have to shake off the cobwebs and get the system down here a little bit better.
3-1 to count as Tad will foul off the 3-0 pitch. The 3-1 pitch comes in, and he does not call the strike. Moves the count, or no, that's a walk, as Ty gets his second walk of the game. He's going to bring up Zach Burdett in his first at-bat of the season. Zach Burdett, a junior. Pitch ran last year for the Wasps. Good athlete, also a football player. He'll play baby quarterback this year for the Wasps. Playing in the outfield, he'll play a little bit of infield as well. I see him on the mound. He goes up the zone. Tad Sulser's going to go ahead and steal a base here. Yeah, we're kind of looking around.
Yeah, looking to see how the coaches respond to that one. Up 18 probably went there on his own.
Stolen base, nonetheless, brought to you by Gravity Coalition. Offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more. Ball 1, now swung on. Zach Burdett's going to elevate 1 to center field. Center fielder comes up, makes the grab. First out of the inning for the Wolverines.
Ty, you and I had a chance to coach Zach when he was a freshman. And the freshman coach that year, Josh Darrow, just loved Zach Burdett because he could put him on the mound and he would just throw strike after strike after strike. And he was just his old reliable. And that's kind of a story we like to tell Zach Burdett. It's not just pitching, but you felt that way with his glove. Just a really good glove out there in the field. You could put him in any position. He's kind of your ultimate utility man, but especially he's got a good glove in the infield. And maybe the best part of that year as a freshman was when we did a team building, team bonding experience, and it was ending with a basketball, I think it was a 2-ball poison game, and Zach Burdett ends up beating everyone as a freshman, and he was a late bloomer, kind of pretty small, smallest guy on the team, really, and he ends up beating everyone, and the whole gym explodes. It was a cool experience there. He's grown up a lot, and he probably will be a good contributor over the next couple of years, Tyler.
2-0 count here to Alex Gutierrez. His 5th at-bat of the day. He's 2 for 3. A couple of singles, an RBI, and grounded out. Take strike 1 there, so that's going to be 2-1. Oh, sorry, this is not Alex. This is Bo Jones getting his first at-bat of the year. Excuse me. He looks just like Alex Gutierrez last year, Tyler. Ball outside, moves it down to 3-1.
Yeah, they've done a very similar look here, Tyler.
On the count.
Got several subs into the game. Wasatch is going 15-plus deep into this game with a lead of 18-0. Making you work hard in the opener here, Tyler, to make sure you've got this roster figured out and memorized.
It's been a little bit sketchy, but we want to thank you for joining us. 18-0 the score. Wasatch well in control.
Not sketchy for the team, Tyler. This team is looking good over here. It's you and I that need to get a little better in our off-season workout over here. This team came ready to go. and they're putting the pressure on us up here to make sure we can go 20 deep on the roster and talk about these guys.
Common radio name up now, Garrett Christensen, the star defensive end for the Wasps, comes into the plate. He had a nice double off the wall in the JV game before this one. He gets the call here with runners on first and second and one out in the top of the fifth. The 1-0 pitch, too high, makes the count to 2-0.
Ty Garrett, fantastic football player. You love Garrett on the football field. You feel like he's the best in the state of reading screens, especially. That he just
he does well at that defensive end position.
He just has this mental ability to read and understand situations, and he's got himself up here.
Going back, and off the base of the wall. Needs a little bit more weightlifting on there. It is going to be a double for Garrett Christensen, and he'll bring in another run. Makes the score 19-0 for the Wasps. Garrett Christensen comes in, and how about the junior?
Come on, Garrett, hit the weight room. JV game 2 times he hit the base of the fence just like that, and he's giving the palms up right now. I don't know what I have to do to get this thing over the fence. 3 times today he has hit the bottom of the fence over there.
Tweeted out this week that he just joined the 1400 Club, Ty, which is a combination of different lifts, and that's a big deal, especially for a young junior like he is. But needs a 14.
Get him to 1500. You get him up there, and then he's got 3 bombs here today.
This is going to bring up Ashton Gurney. He took one to the hip in his first at bat.
He's gonna push these other guys hard. There's been conversation about Hafen and Carter catching, but I'll tell you what, if Christensen's going to put 3 off the wall here today, he's the guy that caught in the JV game. You're going to have a hefty competition there at the catching spot early on, because guys that can hit find their ways into the lineup, and you've got 3 guys that have been really good today between Hafen, Carter, and Christensen.
Nice piece of hitting here from Ashton Gurney. Ashton Gurney also can catch, and he's got a single up the middle. Another 2 runs will come in for the Wasps, making it 21-0. It's another good piece of hitting. The pitching the Wasatch is facing right now, very slow, just kind of arms they're throwing out there to try to get this game over with. But when you can go the opposite way with it like that, it shows a lot of good back control. Coach Shakespeare's done a good job of coaching these guys to go up the middle and look up the middle. Going to bring up Gage Sheesh. Gage Sheesh in his first at bat flew out to the center fielder and thinks about swinging at one low in the zone.
It's funny how that sequence works though there, Tyler, because you're exactly right. Ashton can catch too. And as I'm saying that, it's almost like he's saying, excuse me, I'm here too, right? Don't forget about me. I just love Ashton on the mound though. Ashton Gurney as a pitcher is just fantastic. He can fill up the zone, he can throw multiple pitches. He's got kind of that, almost you could say, overly confident, like, which is good for a pitcher to have out there. Just believes in any moment he can get anyone out. Yeah, and he can help a lot out there.
He threw those scoreless innings, tied, did the Conor McGregor strut off the mound, and the game wasn't yet over. But I think that next inning, Wasatch was able to get the dub. 2-0 here to Gage. Gage, a senior, playing first base right now for the Wasps, another one of those pitchers. That one's too far outside. Excuse me, missed one. That's ball 4. So runners on first and second. And this will bring up Bridger Shaw. Second at bat. His first at bat, Bridger had a ground out to shortstop, but did bring in a run for an RBI. Just got done on the mound. 2 Ks, 2 walks. Didn't give up a run. He's going to swing the first one. Big swing. That's the head, and a little bit ahead of that one, fouls it off, and it'll be 0-1.
Yeah, he might have had it in his mind there to show Garrett how things were done to get that ball over the fence. Tyler like that one, got the hands through it, kind of pulled off.
He does swing at this next one. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Center fielder's going to make his second out of the inning. So 2 outs now, runners on first and second, and that'll bring up Kolden Hafen. He's got a couple of singles in the game today.
You know, something I like about that, I know that was an out, but something you like from those younger guys, the first pitch Bridger did pull off and was looking to pull that one down the line. But what did he do on that pitch there? He did a much better job staying disciplined, keeping his hands inside the baseball and driving that one back up the middle. He didn't quite square it up the way he would like, Tyler, but that's good recognition from a young guy saying, oh shoot, I kind of got a little bit outside of where I need to be with my mechanics and got back where he needed to be on the next pitch. Coach Jacobson's doing a lot of good things here with this team. He's got these guys coached up well. It seems like they understand the game well, and they know how to make adjustments on their own in given circumstances in the game.
Hafen's going to roll over to the third baseman. Third baseman just needs to touch his bag. He won't touch the bag. That's going to bring in a run as Wasatch first and second. The Another run coming in, making it 23. Is that 23, 22? 22 with still 2 outs.
Ty, you sounded a little bit in your voice there like you were kind of trading to the other side for a minute, you know, like just go touch your bag there, helping you.
Just touch your bag.
You're filling for a team that's down 22-0, it seems like at this point.
That's what it is. Yeah, these guys continue to make me work, Ty. Up now will be...
Is this Bradshaw?
Yeah, Bradshaw. Jacob Bradshaw, another junior. He'll come in and hit for Max Walker. He's going to take back-to-back balls, and now a throw down to second base is going to get away from the second baseman, but Gage will stay there. We got Gage at second, Hafen at first. Jacob Bradshaw getting a swing, and then Tad Solser.
Jacob, a heck of an athlete, triathlons, right, that he does. Very, very skilled. He does a lot of extreme type sports, but especially good with swimming, running, cycling, and he can move, Tyler. He's one of these guys, you and I really like watching Cool Erickson run the bases because he can just fly. Jacob's the same type of player. When you get him on the bases, he can really move. Got a lot of skill when it comes to his speed and athletic ability.
Yeah, hitting from the left-hand side. He's going to swing at this one, waves at it, swing and a miss. 1-1 count. He has a tendency to sometimes come off, meaning he opens up that front shoulder, doesn't close the front side, and he has a hard time hitting that outside pitch. But when he gets a pitch, it's over the plate or on the inside part, he can show a lot of power. Similar pitch, does make the adjustment a little bit. It's going to be fouled off down the left side, so 1-2 the count. Wasatch leads 22-0. Yes, a baseball game. It's not 3 scores.
It's not football. Yeah, Ty, this is the first of a doubleheader here today as well. Wasatch has Park City coming up next. Park City getting loose right here in front of us right now. That'll be directly after. They'll take a break, prep the field. That one's supposed to get going at 2 o'clock. And they should be pretty close to that, Tyler, I would imagine. We're at 125 right now. Wasatch will need to get 3 outs in the bottom of this inning. And then that'll wrap up this game, and then we'll get back underway here pretty quickly after that. I think you can imagine that Park City game will be close to 2. I think that one's going to be a little more competitive than this one, Tyler. Wasatch leading 22-0 in this one. This Park City team's good. They returned a lot of players last year. They beat Wasatch down here last year as well. And Wasatch, I've spoken to a few players. They've got a little bit of revenge on their mind. They're looking forward to that Park City game later here today.
Bases are juiced as Jake Bradshaw takes one off the ankle. It's going to bring up Tad Solser, and he falls down 0-2 after a swing and a miss, and then takes an off-speed pitch low in the zone, but it's called a strike. So 2 outs, bases loaded, 0-2 to count to the senior Tad Solser. Pitcher for the Wolverines will come set, delivers, and that one's going to get away from the catcher, but Gage does not get a jump, or they're just staying at our places.
I know it's like a courtesy thing, but I'll tell you, as a player and a coach who's been on the wrong side of these games, that is worse to me. I hate it as a player when you're losing so badly that the other team won't advance on a ball that clearly they should be advancing. It's like the ultimate trolling of the other team when you're leading by that much. And I'm not saying that they should change. I'm not sure what to do in that scenario. But as a player personally and a coach, it's like twisting the knife in you when you're down by a big number.
So it brings up another ball. So I moves the count to 2-2. The 2-2 in there, swung on shallow right center field. Shortstop coming out, second baseman goes back and makes the play. So that'll do it for the top half of the 5th. It is the 5th inning stretch. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. We're going to throw it over to Ty for a Gordon Law Group game recap. Before I do that, Ty, the Gordon Law Group is your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that.
Often we like to go through inning by inning, Tyler, but we'll be here for quite a while if I end up doing that. So let me give you a little bit of a modified version of this inning or this game recap. Wasatch leading big, 22-0 over Hunter High School. They've scored in every single inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th right now. Wasatch got 4 in the top of the 1st. Then they put 9 on the board in the top of the 2nd, 3 on the board in the 3rd, 2 on the board in the 4th, and then 4 more in that last inning. On the day, they've got 17 hits, and I didn't get this one updated completely. Going into that inning, they had 9 different players with a hit, Tyler, but you're going to have that number ballooning as several subs came in there. So let me quickly go over this. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players with a hit in this one right now for Wasatch. Two sophomores that have been in to pitch so far. Blake Sweat struck out 8 in 3 innings, 8 out of the 9 outs that he got. 8 of those were strikeouts. And then Bridger Shaw came in the fourth, another sophomore, and threw very well, striking out 2 out of 3. And those two have held Hunter to no hits in the game so far. And so Wasatch will try to close it out here with the pitching change, Tyler. Another sub coming in. And this is going to be John Naranjo coming into the game, a senior for Wasatch. Let's see if he can close this one down.
The story of the baseball season, we get going in spring training, baseball, it's been the rule changes, pitch clock, bigger bases, you can't call as many timeouts if you're in the box, you can't step off the mound as many times to do pickoffs, and I'm just curious, what are your thoughts so far on the different rule changes? I mean, we've dealt with certain games down here, sometimes in these tournaments you have time limits, right, because you want to get as many games as you can in. What do you think of the new rules that Major League Baseball's implemented this year?
You know, I think I like it, but I still don't know for sure. I might throw this back your way. I think I like the pitch clock rule. There are some times I've seen some highlights where it might be too fast. Like, there's a little bit of a process that you need to allow these players to go through. 15 seconds is quick, Tyler. I mean, basketball, you give them 24 seconds to try to get things set up and figured out on how they're going about that. And when you've got umpires going over to get baseball from the ball, it just seems like a little bit of chaos to me. But overall, I tell you, I do like the idea of speeding it up a little bit.
And our philosophy from a pitching standpoint was always, hey, get on the mound and let's work fast, right? Like, we did not want to work slow. Coach Scholl, our coach in high school, taught us to keep one foot in the box and let's keep this game going. And so I like it from that standpoint. What I like is the geniuses, I'll call them, of the game. Some of these best pitchers, Max Scherzer, Verlander, they're using it in a way that you wouldn't have thought, right? Like, everyone thinks it's speeding up this game. We've seen a couple of times where hitters are getting in the box early, and these pitchers will just sit and stare at them. They're either quick pitching them, or they'll just sit and stare at them and just make them stay there, because the hitter only has one timeout. So a hitter calls a timeout, gets right back in the box. They now have 15 seconds to just stare. If you're facing Max Scherzer, 15 seconds can seem like a very long time for him staring at you. So
I haven't seen too much of that yet. That's interesting how that's going on.
Gamemanship with that, but the data shows that games are 30 minutes faster so far in spring training. You have more runs being scored. You also have the shift rules. We didn't talk about the shift rules, where there's more singles being hit, less strikeout.
I like that a lot.
So all of those things for me make it so that I like what's happening with the game. And
it's not that home runs are bad, Tyler. Everyone loves seeing a home run hit as we go full count here in our first batter. But when you're just seeing home run and then strikeout for 3 hours straight, and there's only 2 or 3 home runs in the whole game, that can make for a little bit of a slower paced game. I like when you get more of the purity of the game back with hits all over the field. You're seeing good pure mechanics from not only the hitters but the defense. I like getting rid of the shift, Tyler. Those shifts were weird. You know, I didn't like that you're overwhelming the field on one side or the other. Just play straight up in the positions how you're supposed to, and I like that. It's just like football. Like, I don't enjoy watching wildcat football when you put the running back there. Same with baseball. Play your position, play in your spot that you want to be. I think it's more enjoyable.
Walk for the first batter. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter for the Hunter Wolverines. Runner goes. That ball's elevated to the shortstop. Ashton Gurney going back. Ooh, good play there from the left fielder. Bo Jones calls him off, takes control. You talk about the priority. Good job there from the left fielder. Jones makes the play. Runner is able to get back to first base. 1 out here in the top of the field. Wasatch 2 outs away from an opening day victory here against the Wolverines, leading 22-0. John back on the mound, looks at the runner at first base, sets, delivers the first pitch here, and a ball swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to Garrett Christensen. Gets the nice short hop, throws it across the diamond in time. Nice play there from Christensen. Normally a catcher, but showing the versatility there at third base. And Wasatch is 1 out away from an opening day victory.
Very good play from Garrett Christensen. The rule there on the high bouncer coming to third base is you've always got to go and get it. You can't sit back and wait for it. Garrett read that really well, gave himself a nice, easy short hop. But as he positioned his feet, he was in a position on that short hop to get set and fire a laser over there to first base. Nice job from Garrett.
Swing and a miss here. Wasatch again down to their last out to get their first victory of the season on their first game of the season. Park City walking over to the dugout. That'll be game 2 in Wasatch against Park City. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. Moves the count to 0-2. John filling up the zone, does have one walk in the game. Wasatch working on a no-hitter as well. The pitch too high for ball 1. 1-2 to count.
Yeah, it'd be a great way to start off the season, right? A no-hitter. Put 22 runs on the board here, Tyler. 17 hits. 7 extra base hits in this one.
Pitch swung on, fouled off awkwardly down to the first base side, and we'll reset with 1-2 and still a runner on second base.
After this one concludes, Tyler, we'll do a quick recap, but we'll be back on the air in about a half hour for the Park City game that will be coming up. And so we'll do a quick rundown, a quick recap, and then we'll take a quick break and get you set up for Park City.
1-2 pitch in there for strike 3 as John Naranjo gets the last out of the game. Nice outing there for the senior. Wasatch gets the win 22-0. We'll take a break. We'll have our Timberline Ace Hardware quick recap show right after this.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your car hardware, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasps football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
Hi, I'm Stacy McKay, branch manager at Bank of Utah. Everyone here at Bank of Utah believes that we are an extension of our community. Not only do we craft banking solutions to help families and businesses in our area, we boost the community by proudly supporting local organizations like Wasatch High School. Because when our communities thrive, we all thrive. Come see me at our Heber branch and experience community banking at its best. Bank of Utah is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5.
Wasatch gets the opening day victory 22-0 over the Hunter Wolverines. They'll try to bounce and get another win against Park City here shortly, but it's time for your Timberline Ace Hardware post-game show. Time to throw it over to you for the Gordon Law Group game recap.
Yeah, we're going to give you some Gordon Law Group quick numbers here on this one, Tyler. Wasatch with 11 strikeouts out of the 15 outs on the game. 3 different pitchers went to combine for a no-hitter. That's your stat of the day. Wasatch gives up 0 hits. They did have a handful of walks to Hunter, so they don't get a perfect game, but they do get a no-hit victory with 11 strikeouts in 5 innings of play. So only 4 balls in play that were put out any other way. That's some impressive numbers. The other numbers to stand out to you, 17. Wasatch with 17 hits on the day. A couple players had multi-hit games. Gutierrez with 2 hits, Wilson with 2 hits, Shaw with 2 hits, Carter with 2 hits, and Hafen and Zimmerman had 2 hits apiece as well. So Wasatch really spread it out the love here in this one. 12 different players came in and got hits in the game here today as well. And a dominant 22-0 victory over Hunter High School. A no-hit 22-0 victory over Hunter High School. Hard to draw it up any better than that time.
Let's go ahead and give out some Ties trophies. We'll start with our Good Spa Day play of the day. Good Spa Day is your favorite hometown place to relax and unwind, offering massage, skincare, nail care, and unique relaxing spa packages.
Ty, I think it's going to be the Chett Wilson double in the first inning. Bases were loaded, 0-0. You're still not quite sure what to expect. Hunter has their best pitcher on the mound at the time, and this one really got away from them. But baseball does that sometimes. When games get away and you bring in other pitchers, scores can get inflated. So to me, that was really the big play of the game. Bases juiced, you got your 4-hitter up, and he hits it off the ball and brings in 3 runs. That's your play that got things going.
Your Bank of Utah hitter of the game.
Boy, you could give it across the board, couldn't you here, Tyler? I really like what I saw from Alex Gutierrez, though, Tyler, just simply because he saw so many pitches. Alex, he's asked me in a spot where you got to be a little bit more patient, and in that 3-hole today, he was really, really good. So I'm going to give it to Alex. He got 2 hits on the day, had a couple RBIs as well. Give it to Alex Gutierrez.
And lastly, your UCCU World Defensive Player of the Game.
Tight, you know, it's got to go to Blake Sweat, who struck out 8 guys on the mound. That's where you got to go defensively. But I do feel like I need to back up and give a quick shout out, Tyler, to Tragan Shaw, who had 4 RBIs on the day as well. And so Gutierrez looked good. He saw a lot of pitches, got a couple hits, but Shaw got into the box there, Tyler, and he drove in runs when he had a chance to do so. And so Tragan Shaw deserves a little bit of a shout-out as well. But not a lot of guys were asked to play defense out there today because the pitchers just took care of business, striking out 11 out of 15. You're going to give it to the Wasatch High School pitching staff as your defensive standouts.
Wasatch gets an opening game win, 22-0 over Hunter. We've got a better one coming up after this. The rivals from up north, Park City High School, coming in with a 1-1 record and a big 9-2 victory over the host team, Desert Hills, last night. They'll be ready for the Wasps. It was a great 6-5 game between these two teams last year. We're going to throw back to some great music. We'll be back on the air at 2 o'clock for more Wasatch High School baseball.